Trailhand Bill. I got some bad news for you, Tony. YouTube does not want us to have this video, so I haven't had to do this in a while, but I have to try to get us past the 20-second mark and see if they would be willing to compromise with us then. I don't know why they wouldn't want rogue cops exposed, but we're gonna leave that there.
Well, a Lee County deputy previously fired by the sheriff is now back on the job tonight. The Lee County Sheriff's Office confirming to Fox 4, Christopher Dowdy has been reinstated as a deputy by the department. This comes after allegations of domestic abuse began circling in July. LCSO says the state attorney made the call to not prosecute Dowdy after a review of those allegations and his case. Dowdy's previous job before being released was as a school resource officer, but LCSO has not confirmed if he's back in that role tonight.
And just into our newsroom right now, Lee County deputy is fired, accused of child abuse. Zachary Martinson is accused of abusing several children and multiple women, multiple times in January, physically and mentally. He's also accused of threatening them over text or social media. Martinson turned himself in yesterday. He was part of the Lee County Sheriff's Office Patrol Division. He has since been fired.
I got some bad news for you, Tony. I can't even give y'all no giggle, man. Two different stories. I don't know how much attention you were paying. Don't worry about it. You can rewind it. This is YouTube. Totally different story. Same department. Lee County. We're back. And I guess the most unfortunate news about this segment is those two officers are not even the officers that this video is about. Trailhand Bill reporting live from South Florida.
After his children knocked on her door asking for help. That deputy, though, has not been charged or arrested. Thank you for counting on NBC2. I'm Peter Bush.
And I'm Kelly Burns. NBC2 investigator Dave Elias found out today the deputy's still on the job pending an internal investigation, and Dave is outside the family's home to explain what happened.
Well, Amanda Carbello tells me that on the night of December 6, her two children were staying in this home with their father when he allegedly was drunk and began allegedly abusing the children. She says that her daughter was able to bust out her bedroom window and then escape through this yard and run across the street to call 911 for help at the neighbor's home. Well, deputies eventually showed up, but Matthew Carbello was never charged, and now she wants answers.
My children were here at this house with their father for his unsupervised time. That was his weekend and he was supposed to have them.
Amanda Corbello said that daddy time turned into a nightmare.
She was screaming about how her dad tried to kill her. He had choked her. He was strangling her. Her brother was crying.
Amanda was unaware of where her daughter even was.
The neighbor said, I have your kids. And she said, they came running to my house screaming for help.
That neighbor, who doesn't want to be identified, described what she saw.
I just heard some children calling like, help me, he gonna kill us, help me.
She opened her door and couldn't believe her eyes.
I see a little boy, and when I opened the door, he just jumped and go inside of my house and hide behind my big couch.
His 9-year-old sister in the clutches of her father, a Lee County deputy.
I see him dragging his daughter, my neighbor. He's a police officer. He dragging his daughter, pulling her by her hair, pulling her by her arm, like try to cover her mouth to not talk.
NBC2 obtaining these pictures of the little girl after deputies arrived.
The little girl have bruise in her neck, was bleeding. I don't know if the bleeding was from him or from the broken window, I don't know, but it was a chaos that night.
However, Deputy Matthew Carbello was never charged or arrested. His wife filed a protection order. Today, NBC2 was in court when the judge continued that order.
We would ask the court to continue the case for 60 days.
The sheriff's office confirming he's being investigated and is now on desk duty. He asked for his gun back in court so he could work. The judge said no. His attorneys want his children to testify to the judge about what happened.
But does want to talk to the judge.
However, her father didn't want to talk to me.
Do the attorneys or Matthew want to make any comment?
After the judge continued his no contact order with his family. Dave Elias, NBC2.
We asked Cabello, his attorney, and the sheriff's office for comment. Only the sheriff's office responded, saying there is an internal affairs investigation, but offered no other comment.
Yeah, I already said I'm Trailhand Bill reporting live from South Florida. Shout out to the viewers, man, the audience, the viewing audience. You've been here for a while, first time watching, you just recently got here, you subscribe, you don't subscribe, but you watch the videos, all of you, man, shout out to you, you don't owe me anything. And likewise, accept the truth, you know what I'm saying, the objective truth. And by that, of course, I mean sometimes just simply my opinion, but I would try to layer it in objectivity. If you hear the tone of my voice, it's because what I just heard was disgusting. Now, let me back up a little bit. While looking for this story, I found the first two videos that I profiled and broadcast in the beginning, those small clips, because I'm looking for this particular video, and in that section was those two videos. And it could have been just stories about abusive officers accused of abusing kids, but they were all, and this gentleman too, from the same police department, Lee County, Florida. Now, the first thing I want to ask is, man, what the fuck y'all got going on down there, family? This is why I say my mind versus the average mind doesn't make me better, or the average mind better than me, but it just absolutely makes us different. Like, why aren't there being the parallels being drawn? I didn't hear any of these stories when they were being covered. None of them, the most recent being the longest video we watched about this coward, none of them said, yo, this has happened 3 times minimum, probably more. Who are we rescuing here? Who are we saving? Because there's a lot of sympathy directed in the direction of those kids. But is it genuine? Because this is at least the 3rd. This isn't a lot of years. I know one of those stories in the beginning was 2022. It's 2025 now. There's not a lot of time lapsing in between these cowards being accused of these. Let me say something else, man. In that 30-second clip, you know, they talked about a guy who turned himself in, abused, you know, the lady was tripping up all over the place like me. He abused multiple women. My bad, he abused the same woman multiple times. She said, but mental abuse. If you watch my previous video, not the last one, but the one before that, I was talking about the lady who got, you know, her house unlawfully raided by a cop. And you got to go watch the video, man. It's up. She was talking about how she's a victim. Somebody jumped in the comments and said, man, if I'm suing the cops, bro, I'm going to play victim too. The lady had already won the lawsuit. There's no reason for you to be playing victim. Is a mental abuse a real thing? Yeah, I can't say it isn't. I would venture to say it is. But I also think some of these things are just thrown on the table for special interest reasons. I will leave that there. I don't really want to hear about that shit, man. Because if mental abuse is as real as it is portrayed in family courts and in our society, then a lot of motherfuckers need to be charged. I'm gonna leave that there. I have a conflict of interest here, guys, and I'm not going to delve into it a lot. I'll just simply categorize it by saying this. You've heard me say it often if you watch my videos. Accusations aren't proof. Because the person being accused is a male and the people accusing are not males, that doesn't make him guilty. And that doesn't mean they're telling the truth. It doesn't mean they're lying, and it doesn't make him not guilty, but we have a perfect imbalance there. All somebody has to do is accuse a man of something, and then the entire world is coming down on him. So I just have to remind people when I make videos like this, that is not the lens through which I'm looking through. I'm looking for facts. I'm looking to read the situation, read the people, read the words, read the reporting, and see what may or may not be true here. And I don't base that on who's doing the accusing and who is the accused like so many people do. I just got to say that now. The last video I did was about this coward cop in that last video. The third video in this video, the last video I actually did, a separate video on the channel, was about this coward cop. He got locked up for DUI. His ass escaped from the county jail. They let him back in. I mean, they arrested him and put him back in. He by then had resigned from the police department. In that video, they played a clip of this incident right here, and even the neighbor saying, hey, I seen him dragging his daughter. And what I said was, hey, people making accusations doesn't mean it's true. We need the full context of the story here. Now, it's probably true because your ass is judge. Go listen to that video, you hear my take on it. That's how I found this story, and I'm going to give you my take on this. Bro, what the fuck you got going on, fam? It's no way. If this was an average non-Johnny ass man, I would still, I don't give no damn how nobody else feel. You're entitled to your opinion. Please don't think it's going to arrest mine. If this was an average man, I would still need more details and context. Children can be manipulated. I am reminded of a story where a father went to prison because a mom manipulated her daughter into saying that this dad did something to it. It was on Dr. Phil or one of them damn shows. The man got out of prison. The daughter she mad as hell at her mom now. She's older and realized her mom lied to her and caused her to do something horrible to her father. He never did a damn thing. Children can be manipulated. We all are manipulated. Children definitely can be. So saying this happened and that, still, I need context. But big dog, what the fuck you got going on, fam? What do you have going on? And I know what it is. Y'all ass be drunk on power. And when they give y'all that enabling, you already a human. So we all got issues. We all do. But when those issues are enabled by authority that's supposed to be reeled in and supposed to have the boundaries of lawfulness, but it never fucking does, of course you're going to act like this. And I said it in that same video. You sign up to work for gangbangers who do shit like this commonly. So when these accusations are made against you, I'm more apt to believe it than I would be if this was a regular man, a civilian man. And then we hear about this shit and we hear about your department enabling you. There is enough probable cause on that scene, man. There is enough reasonable, articulable suspicion on that scene to at least take your ass down there to the station and arrest you. To this day, when you are arrested for DUI or suspicion of DUI, to this day, there's been no update that your ass was even booked for possibly abusing your children, no matter how much evidence was on that scene. You're not culpable alone there. Your entire damn department is, and that's why I could show them other two stories that led up to this shit. It's probably part of why you felt like I don't know. Did you know about those stories and that's another reason you felt like you could get away with it? Or it's just your egotistical ass Johnniness? But they let your ass off the hook. They didn't give a damn about these children. I don't know you did that shit. I'm saying you probably did. You're a damn cop, man. Y'all do shit like this all the damn time with no remorse and no recompense for your victims. Man, this shit got me hot as hell, fam. I'm not feeding into no narratives that every time somebody accused me of something, it was hard for me to show those two videos because in the minds of too many people, oh, yep, they're accused, they did it, and they men too. That misandric ass shit do not fly with me. It don't. I want to preach a sermon now, but I'm not, about the hypocrisy and how we view those things. Because somebody else could be accused of the same shit and we have evidence they did it, but based on their gender and special interests, we'll be making excuses for their ass. So I'm not feeding into narrative, misandric ass social narratives here. But bro, this ain't no misandric social narrative. Y'all ass do stuff like this, and then your entire conglomerate of gang-banging ass violent thugs help you cover for it, and that's exactly what happened here. I'm praying for those kids, man. And all kids. Our kids, our loved ones, our family members who are constantly surrounded by these coward-ass terrorists who are badged, armed, and enabled to persecute us. Ain't no victims still. Know your rights. Teach your children to know their rights. Encourage your family members to know theirs too. I wish I could say Lee County has a problem. That's not the case. Human hearts have a problem. And in America, it definitely runs rampant throughout our government. I'm Trailhand Bill. Thank you if you made it this far. If you liked the video, feel free to hit that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. If you care to go a little further than that, maybe even subscribe, hit the notification bell. Check out a few of the other videos on the channel. Either way, y'all be safe.